Dubai, built on the basis of an oil and real estate boom, is now acknowledged as the United Arab Emirates' international financial capital, a trade, tourism, and banking powerhouse. The city-state is brimming with gleaming infrastructure, reaching towards the sky. It has become synonymous with massive constructions such as man-made islands, the world's largest natural flower garden, the world's tallest Ferris wheel, and the world's most luxurious hotel. The city today seems so perfect, isn't it? But there is more to expect from this place in the future years, specifically in the year 2050. So, sit back and enjoy as I walk you through what awaits Dubai in 2050. But before anything else, let me remind you to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell to never miss a single video that we will be uploading. So, without further ado, let's get started. Since its union in 1971, the UAE has gone a long way. It has grown from a collection of a few trading stations with a population depending on fishing and pearling to one of the world's most robust economies in just 5 decades. As the population grew in the 1990s, banking, insurance, and real estate industries began to emerge. The Emirate of Dubai likewise made a strategic decision in the late 1980s and early 1990s to develop itself as a significant international tourist destination. The opening of the landmark Burj Al Arab Hotel in 1999 sparked the growth of numerous hotels, resorts, and entertainment facilities. Furthermore, despite the disruptions caused by the COVID-19 outbreak, the nation's economic growth has accelerated due to rising business optimism, fiscal stimulus, and increased government and private sector spending on projects related to Expo 2020 in Dubai, the first World Expo to be held in the Middle East in the event's 168-year history. According to an economic impact analysis conducted by consultancy EY, Expo 2020 is expected to add around 1.5% to the UAE's annual GDP, or 22.7 billion dirhams, during its 6-month run from October 2021 to March 2022. Dubai seemed to find the perfect strategy in establishing a successful economy. So what more? What else is needed to make the city a better place to live, work, and stay? Starting off with the transportation. Until recently, all residents of Dubai, including the governing elite, relied on camels for transportation. However, once the oil boom brought modern roads and infrastructure in the mid-20th century, Dubai swiftly became a car-centric city. As part of Dubai's 2050 goal, one of the priorities for reducing carbon emissions is to assist citizens quit their automobiles by providing a dependable and efficient public transportation system. After some investments, Dubai Metro is now the world's longest driver-free and fully automated metro rail network, stretching 74.6 kilometers. Similarly, the megacity has the first tram service outside of Europe that is powered by an underground power supply. In a city where walking or cycling can be difficult owing to the heat, Dubai will soon test drone taxis called flying taxis and driverless transport pods. Furthermore, have you heard about the 2050 Airbus concept cabin aircraft? Well, this proposal may be implemented in Dubai in 2050. In anticipation of the Paris Air Show Le Bourget, leading aircraft manufacturer Airbus today welcomed 2050 passengers to see its concept cabin, a completely new flying experience inspired by nature. This latest installment of Airbus The Future, a vision of aviation in 2050, follows the debut of the groundbreaking Airbus concept plane last year, which was packed with innovations to minimize fuel consumption, emissions, waste, and noise. The Airbus concept cabin now provides more information on some of the innovations and technologies that will impact future passenger experiences on board. The bionic construction of the airplane mirrors the efficiency of bird bone, which is optimized to provide strength when needed and enables an intelligent cabin wall membrane that maintains air temperature and may become translucent to present passengers with open panoramic views. The concept cabin incorporates a neural network, which serves as an intelligent link between the passenger and the plane. It can recognize and respond to passenger requirements, as well as enable bespoke features such as morphing chairs that adapt to your body form. In the Airbus Concept Passenger, new customized zones replace traditional cabin classes to provide new, tailored levels of pleasure. The Vitalizing Zone is all about well-being and relaxation, allowing you to proactively recharge your batteries with vitamin and antioxidant-enriched air, mood lighting, aromatherapy, and acupressure treatments, all while taking in an unlimited perspective of the world around you. Sounds promising, isn't it? Moving forward, there are also amazing plans for environmental sustainability. It would be impossible to reduce carbon emissions significantly without addressing energy challenges, especially in a resource-based economy. To that end, the UAE released its Energy Strategy 2050 in 2017. The effort intends to increase renewable energy's contribution to overall energy usage to 50% by 2050, while reducing power generation's carbon impact by 70%. Since the 1950s, the Middle Eastern country has been drilling deep into the soil for oil, which has influenced much of the country's economic landscape. Moreover, a record-breaking solar park rising from the Dubai desert, costing the government $13.6 billion, is slated to be one of many energy investments to power the city in a more environmentally friendly manner. This park will generate some of the world's cheapest and cleanest electricity. Hence, by 2030, solar panels will be installed on the roofs of all buildings in Dubai. Furthermore, the city's position and lack of fresh water make it unsuitable for agriculture. That is why food imports are such a significant cost for the city. To compensate for the region's scarcity of natural resources, Italian architects from Studio Mobile created the Seawater Vertical Farm project, which uses the region's scant resources to cultivate ecologically pure products. Agriculture uses 70% of all fresh water in the globe, although there is a severe scarcity in many areas. Desalination, on the other hand, provides a lifeline to agriculture in locations where seawater is abundant. Dubai's lack of fertile soil and fresh water makes it an ideal location for seawater farms, allowing for an increase in domestic food production. Of course, how can we miss their plans for Dubai's future buildings? Magnetic levitation technologies will be widely used not only in transportation, but also in construction by 2050. Magnetic Field Architecture, or MFA, will be a new sphere that has significantly increased what architects can physically do. MFA will not only enable previously imagined architectural options, but will also enable the construction of buildings in seismically active zones. Dubai will establish itself as a pioneer in the field of levitating structures, exporting the technology to Asian and Pacific countries where there is a desire for options to develop in earthquake-prone areas, and will allow more earnings to be allocated to further drive clean resources, completing the switch from oil extraction. Furthermore, buildings account for 32% of worldwide energy use and a quarter of global human-induced carbon emissions, according to the World Resources Institute. These findings are even more startling in a country like the UAE, where citizens rely heavily on air conditioners to keep cool amid the blazing heat. Buildings in the UAE consume around 75% of all electricity produced in the country. Therefore, a promising $354 million mega project called the Sustainable City was aligned with Dubai's 2050 goal. This solar-powered tiny city uses very little water and energy, and its cutting-edge design promises to improve the quality of life within the complex. Lastly, the city may also do what is impossible for today: Rain falls in Dubai infrequently for a short length of time and occurs naturally only a few times every year. However, the city's approximately 3 million inhabitants require water. Dubai's luxurious features such as its several golf clubs, man-made islands, rich parks, and indoor skiing center boost the city's water needs. Despite being one of the world's most water-scarce countries, the UAE has one of the highest per capita water use rates at 550 liters per day. Dealing with such disparities necessitates an unusual approach, which Dubai possesses. It can rain in a desert thanks to a meteorological manipulation technique known as cloud seeding, which involves sowing clouds with microscopic particles to make them rain or snow. Despite the fact that it may dampen the spirits of sun-seeking tourists, the National Center of Meteorology and Seismology can carry out dozens of successful experiments each month. Dubai remains heavily reliant on desalination, an energy-intensive process that converts seawater into drinkable water. However, because solar expenditures are projected to make electricity in the country cheaper and cleaner, this process will have a lower environmental impact. New infrastructure restrictions and improvements will also try to reduce water waste, which has been exacerbated by insufficient water management networks. While climate change may bring new uncertainties regarding water everywhere in the world, the UAE Research Program for Rain Enhancement Science will benefit investments to improve water security. More than this, Dubai will be the site of a future skyscraper hanging from an asteroid 50,000 kilometers above the Earth's surface. The futuristic hotel appears to be suspended in mid-air. The asteroid satellite on which the hotel will be linked in a figure-of-8 orbit every 24 hours, passing across the northern and southern hemispheres. Following the installation of the asteroid in Earth's orbit, a super thick cable will be lowered and the tower was joined to it. Because of the way it was intended, portions and sections of the tower might be built in various locations across the world and then transported to their eventual destination. Of course, because of its reputation for high-rise buildings, Dubai was chosen as the finest location to begin development. As a result, a hotel hovers above the city at one of its highest points. Although having a skyscraper tethered to an asteroid appears to be something out of a science fiction film, it was made possible when NASA completed its goal to look for and collect asteroids. And this plan of having a hanging skyscraper is perfectly envisioned to be located in none other than Dubai. So, what are your thoughts about Dubai in 2050? Do you think that is possible to create a city composed of the things I've mentioned? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed today's video and got a thing or two from it. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and share it with your friends. If you want more videos like this, please subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell to be notified whenever we post a new video. You can also visit our channel and check out other videos that we uploaded to have a glimpse of more luxurious videos. Brought to you by the Luxe Luxury channel. Thank you for watching and see you on the next video.